Hey everyone. A couple of weeks ago, about a month or two ago, not even that long ago, I can say, I did a video. I asked basically the question of whether the main six were all going to end up as princesses, or at least the rest of the main six were going to end up as princesses. And a lot of people kind of shot back at that and said it was not possible. Well, not a lot of people, but there was some that said it was not going to happen. It was not possible. And, you know, there's no way it was going to happen. Well, recently, as of yesterday, today being the 20th now, but recently, as of yesterday, at 6 a.m. in the morning, I don't know if that's Pacific, Pacific or Eastern time, but EquestriaDaily.com reported something that was posted at one of the Facebook pages. What they posted was an article that was headlined by the title "Random," and this is the title of the headline: "Random Princess Applejack and Princess Rainbow Dash Alicorn Brushables appear." Now there will be a link down below. In fact, maybe the thumbnail to the picture might be in the thumbnail, and well, the picture will probably be shown as you're listening to this audio. But this is what Equestria Daily reported, and this kind of is a little bit of a surprise because, a lot of people pretty much feel this wouldn't happen. Now, according to the article, what it says here, and it's by Sethro, or Sestro. This is what they say. It's by Sethro, who credits Amy for sending them the information. Now, this is how they start. This is how Sethro begins the article, and I quote: More alicorns? Sure, why not? Similar to Taobao, AliExpress tends to have a bunch of unreleased purchased. Similar to Taobao, or the Taibo. Similar to Taibo, AliExpress tends to have a bunch of unreleased pony merchandise from future lineups. These two appeared recently in the market, complete with random cutie mark eyebrows and long flowing manes. Will we see them as merchandise in the future? There wasn't any listing of these at Toy Fair. It's possible, though, looking like Pinkie Pie and a few others are in the background to join them. And again, he credits Amy for sending them. And that's unquote. And that is the article that Sethro put up. Now, the question is it true? Is this going to happen? Now, there are some that pretty much say that it's not going to happen. Some are saying it's a confirmation of a season 7. Some are saying it's confirmation for a season finale. Some are guessing it could be 2017 movie merchandise. Some are claiming it's not real. Some are agreeing with that. And one person, RJ Sketch, got a quote from Big Jim Miller. Big Jim Miller said on his Twitter account that they are not planning on adding any more alicorns to the show at the time of his tweet. So, because of that, he's reasonably sure these are fakes/bootlegs. He also adds on, I don't know if this is from Jim or it's RJ Sketch himself, but he also adds on, additionally, I don't know why they'd only use Celestia's forms. We've also seen legit Alicorn toys that have never made it into the show. Princess Gold Lily and Princess Starling, which probably will be coming later, maybe the movie. And that's basically from Big Jim Miller. Now, RJ Sketch goes on to say after that little, I guess you could say, response from Jim Miller, he goes on to say, that, and this is RJ that says this, I think it'd be fun to see the main six's reactions being turned into alicorns. He goes on to say that Rarity obviously would be utterly enthralled and just embrace the heck out of it, new fashion ideas. He could see Applejack just thinking that wings and a horn would just get in the way. Dash, he says that Dash would just try to magic herself faster. He says Fluttershy may not be too happy, then again it may make her caring for animals easier, and Pinky would unmake reality. But those are just from RJ Sketch's response to this. Again, responding to what Jim Miller said in his tweet about it. But the question is, are they real? I said basically myself that kind of asked that question in that one audio video, if it's possible that the main six will end up becoming princesses themselves. And the way things are going at times, you never really know. I mean, do I see it happening? I don't know. Sometimes when a toy company, whether it's a third-party company that licenses out from another to make merchandise, like Funrise and Aurora's World and Funko, they all license out the rights to make merchandise for My Little Pony. I would not be surprised if AliExpress did the same thing, and perhaps someone just got wind of this and somehow got pictures of this and leaked them to the media. Now again, we're not totally 100% sure, but like I said, sometimes shows have been known to do that. I mean, they just said it here. Jim Miller, I think, said it in his tweet there. Gold Lily and Starlin, they're both Princess Alicorns, but you don't see them in the show. Could they be saving them for the movie? Possibly. Now, sometimes someone that's involved with the show, or even the comics that are based around said show and franchise as well, will say certain things to throw people off. Maybe Jim Miller knows something that he doesn't want to say, that we don't, and doesn't want to say anything. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But but the thing is he saying what he's saying in his Twitter response, so that he doesn't acknowledge that, yes, maybe there is truth behind these Alicorn figures of Dash, of Rainbow Dash and Applejack, and possibly Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy, and maybe several others to follow. In Rarity as well, like I said, with several others to follow. We don't really know. Now, what's funny about this is, they asked the question, why would they only be using Celestia's form? Well, let me explain something. As you know, I have the Celestia figure, as well as I have the Cadence figure. And Cadence is a figure that came out around, if I can look at it, Cadence's figure that came out in time for the wedding episode with her and Shining Armor. It's done with the same mold of the Celestia one. And just like the Celestia one, when you press a button or you press a certain part, like the wings or something like that, Cadence talks. So basically it's the same mold and design, maybe scaled down by an inch, but still it's the same design. So people are asking, why is Celestia's form being used here? Maybe they're using the same mold to do the same thing. We don't know. Oh, sorry, my thumb hit the mic there. But again, we don't know. What I do know about this is, if this is real. Now, some are saying they're fake, that they're not real, they're bootlegs, they're just paint-overs. And that might be true too, but the way I look at it is, if they are real, if they are true, then pretty much what I asked before in the audio video might be coming true. Maybe this is what they're leading towards for the movie, maybe the finale of the series. We don't know. Maybe this is going to be a one-off deal. Remember, the ponies have had the rainbow powers. towards the end of one, I think season 3 or something, season 3 or 4, and they haven't used them since. The only other time we've seen the rainbow powers kind of be brought into existence was with Rainbow Rocks, which was the Equestria Girl movie, which was a spin-off of the series. And to me, I look at the fact that I look at this again. To me, I look at this I look at this fact, and I say to myself, you know, if it's real, then obviously this is being planned for possibly a finale, maybe the movie. We don't really know. But if it's fake and it's not real, and they're just bootlegs, repaints of Cadence and Celestia and maybe Luna, because they all use the same mold, then I don't think we can really blame anybody for doing that, because pretty much if you're a fan of the show and you're always theorizing like Conspiraspone 3 does, and again, like I said, you're always thinking and theorizing, okay, where is this all leading towards in the end? Where is it all leading towards? What is it building towards? Thinking of the fact that the main 6, or at least the rest of the main 6, could end up like Twilight and be Alicorns themselves, Princess Alicorns themselves. You can't, be in that, that to a fan that theorizes, okay, what could be, what if, and all that. To them it could be a possibility, which would, I guess, how do we put it? Which would motivate them to want to have these custom-made bootlegs done of the rest of the main 6, to kind of see exactly what it would be like, to kind of get an idea of what could be. Now, again, I'm not saying it's going to happen that way, or it is going to happen, but seeing these pictures and judging whether or not they're fake or they're real, totally up to the people at Hasbro and who they license the license to at times. And if they are behind this, if Hasbro did license this to them, then I would have to say, Hasbro, why don't you just come out and say say the truth? Why don't you just tell us that this is what's going to happen in the show, maybe even in the movie? Kind of at least give us a hint. I mean, I know you want to keep the movie under wraps, and that's fine. But why not just give us a hint? Kind of give us like yeah, this is going to happen, but we're not saying when. Now, as I was trying to mention earlier, Hasbro has also had a history of licensing out the products to other third-party developers, toy makers, clothing, merchandisers, if you will. And sometimes when they license them out and they ask for certain figures to be made, it doesn't mean that figure is going to appear in any shape or form in the show or in a comic book adaptation or a movie adaptation. It's not. And the only reason that a third-party another piece of merchandise, which is a toy, a piece of clothing, or whatever, would come out the way it would from a third-party merchandiser, developer, or seller, which is licensed to them from Hasbro, is to make money, is to garner more interest and to make money, even if, like I said, said character or said design or said idea may or may not appear. So that's the question in doubt with this one. Is this just something that, if it is real, is it just something that Hasbro has licensed out to AliExpress and said, hey, go and make these and go and make these and prepare them to be distributed, but don't think they're going to be in the show, because these are just for interest. These are just for making an extra dollar or so. Don't think Hasbro won't do that, because they've done it in the past. But again, we can't say that. We can't really say yay or nay on it, because of the fact that we don't know the truth. We don't know if these are real. We don't know if these are fake. We don't know if they're by third-party developed. We don't know if it's, if they're by just a fan or several fans that, want to, show their admiration for the show and kind of theorizing, maybe physically and visually theorize and showcase what could be with the rest of the main six. So we'll just have to wait and see. But that's a little bit of, I guess you could say, pony news, possible future spoilers or whatever. Again, I'll provide the link down below. Picture will be on this video so you could kind of determine yay or nay yourself. And